coming on.
Thank you.
What does this mean?
Okay, so first of all, a couple of things. Elizabeth Warren would like to take the credit for it, but this actually deserves credit for the Amalgamated Bank, which is the bank that brought ESG over to America. It is the union's largest bank. It's SEIU and all the labor unions. They brought over the Great Reset and ESG. Recently, they brought this over to the United States and to an organization, the International Standardization Organization, the ISO. It's a UN organization and voluntary. So what they did when Visa pushed back and said, no, we're not doing any of these things. In fact, I want to quote, "We do not believe private companies should serve as moral arbiters. Asking private companies to decide what legal products or services they cannot buy sets a dangerous precedent." Okay, that's pretty clear. A week later, however, they do it. Why? Because Amalgamated Bank gets ISO to change the standards. And Visa comes out and says, we follow those standards. We have to follow those standards. Again, America is sitting on the ISO, and we're doing what the international community is telling us what to do? No. Our people are telling the ISO, change this standard, so Visa will then say, oh, we have to. And all banks, all credit cards are doing it. And if anyone thinks this is about gun registry or helping people decide, why does Visa go on to say, it has been our commitment around the world to uphold the privacy of cardholders. Also, our rules require financial institutions involved in transactions to evaluate and process all legal transaction. Our network does not allow any financial institution member to deny transaction for the purpose of legal goods or services. Why did Visa suddenly change their mind? ESG pressure is my guess. And this is the next step in banning guns.
It's horrifying, and I'm not quite sure. I'm so grateful that you did the reporting on this. I'm not sure why it falls to you, since we have a couple of very large daily newspapers in the country you'd think would want to report this out. None of them did. So Glenn Beck did. Thank you for telling